This is Colin Dixon. I'm at IBC and I'm on the Rovi booth talking to Daren Gil. And for those of you who saw Darren's interview last time, I'll put a link when I post this. But Daren, you have a new feature which allows you to really monetize what the great work that you're doing in Knowledge Graph to take advantage of the absolutely latest breaking news about personalities, right?
Right.
So tell us about that.
Well, we've got this knowledge graph in which we can detect what's happening out in the world trending at any one time. And it's very robust. It goes beyond just the titles or the actors that appear in television shows, but it could be sort of anything that we're seeing happening in the Twitter sphere, on Facebook, Google Trends, or even a number of websites. And we look at those stories and we try and understand who they're talking about and what they're talking about, and then present that back to users or to our customers in a way that understands the node or entity and then the content that would be associated with that. And I think that's one way in which it can flow through the systems so that those things are more relevant in the content that you display, but also having a tool where you could actually create campaigns so that the content that's related to those stories or subjects could be higher in the user experience almost instantaneously.
So the demo that you showed me was really good. So for example, when somebody like Robin Williams dies or there's a big celebrity breakup,
Yeah.
you can search, using the knowledge graph, you can search using that term and actually create a campaign based on that.
Yeah, so the one the other day was the gentleman, I think his name was Richard Gill, passed away, who played Jaws in Moonraker and Octopussy. So the relevance of those movies and Richard Gill is probably relatively low in most catalogs. So the campaign gives you the ability to quickly just search Richard K, see that Richard Gill is the ID, and then you could boost that in your system, and then you could also go, you'll see all the movies and the content he was in, so maybe you didn't realize he was in, I think, Happy Gilmore as well as those Bond movies. You could then take Moonraker and Octopussy as well, or Happy Gilmore, and boost those in the system. You can even specify for Richard Gill things he's a cameo, or things in which it's television or movies, or VOD versus linear, and set those settings, and then have them increased in your system, publish it, and then in your user interface, whether it's search or even in your displays, those titles can start surfacing up higher. And when you searched for, say, Moonraker, it might show up with MOO, and then Moonraker would be there. And so we're really just trying to make it easier for users to get at the things that are out there in sort of pop cultural, top of mind, and make that easier in their viewing of content and selecting what they want to watch.
That was really exciting. So what that meant, I mean, in the demo that you showed me, you could literally, the event could happen and immediately you can create this filter. And it was just wonderful the way it showed up in the guide as a line,
Oh, yeah.
With Richard Gill was his name and there was a list of the movies that you were pushing. Oh, Darren, this is great. Thanks very much and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you, Colin.
This has been Colin Dixon with nScreenMedia.